Guys, we're back. We need to talk, man. I feel like we need to talk because I feel like too many men are out there suffering in silence. Mentally, emotionally, financially. And let's be real though, a lot of that pain is coming from being with the wrong woman. And I know not all women are bad. That's not the point. But finding a good woman, right, who truly aligns with your values, respects your peace, and loves you right, that's rare right now. I'm telling you, that's rare. So if you've ever been with the wrong one, you already know that the cost isn't just emotional. It's your self-worth, and it can be your future. So, like, don't get me wrong. There are many reasons why I feel like choosing the wrong partner can mess up your life. But if you look at the studies, right, it shows consistently that the two leading causes of relationship breakdowns are financial difficulties and cheating. And even though you don't really know, right, you don't even really know if a woman, like I say, if a woman would cheat. But what you can see if a woman's a leech, or if she's materialistic or high maintenance when you first start dating her. But I feel like the thing is, a lot of men go blind in the early stages. You get caught up in like how she looks, how she makes you feel. Maybe even just the attention she's giving you if you're not used to it. Or maybe even you might even be a bit desperate or lonely. So in that moment, I feel like plenty of guys ignore the red flags. And don't get me wrong, if you're planning to just have fun with a girl, like, then fair enough, right? But if you're on a serious vibe, then you can't overlook the red flags. See, the thing is, many guys overlook how she talks about her exes, or how she speaks about men in general, or overlook the views of money and marriage, which that's crucial, and how she sees herself. Like this is where the truth is. Like, honestly, if you just listen, right, just really listen to these women, and you'll hear how she think, you'll hear how they think. And that's what's going to matter 6 months, a year, 5 years, even 10 years down the line. But you know what's crazy, right? I see a lot of guys, they feel a lot of pressure as well to provide in the early stages, before there's any real bond or loyalty. But you just pause, honestly, just pause and ask yourself why. Because try to lead with money when a lot of the times you're not even in the position to do so. And to be honest, this can go with, like I say, this can go with guys that's been in a relationship for years with their partner. Because if your value feels like it's tied to only what you can give financially, that's a red flag from the jump. You got to understand, not every man is in a position to be a full-time provider right away. And that's okay. That's okay, bro. But what's not okay is being made to feel like you're less of a man because you're in the building phase. Like, on average, honestly, I think it's on average, a man doesn't hit his prime financially until age 45 plus. But because of how social media is set up and how a lot of women be speaking, they normalize paying a woman's bills and the whole lifestyle, and you can't even afford yours just yet. It's like, my personal opinion, right, nowadays would be to get yourself in a better position financially and a better position mentally before committing to anything serious. The thing is, I feel like when you're stable, you move differently. It's like you set boundaries. You're more confident, and you're not afraid to walk away from any situation that doesn't serve you. Like, I saw a video of a woman on the socials saying a man needs to spend £700 or more on a first date. But what shocked me even more is how the women were in the comments agreeing with her. Like, bro, that's crazy. Like, honestly, if you think you need to drop that kind of money just to take a woman out, especially on a first date, you really need to look at yourself in the mirror. Because at that point, these women are pulling your pants down. That kind of expectation, that tells you straight away what kind of person she is and how she thinks. Like, that's a red flag from the jump. And don't get me wrong, there's some women out there who can put on a real good front. Like, I'm telling you, some women can put on a real good front out there. They'll do everything, act right. They'll be supportive, loving, loyal, literally tick every box that you can think of. But the moment that rings on her finger, or the papers are signed, she can flip the script. Everything changes. That's why, honestly, I think it's wild when I see a man marrying someone after 6 months. Like, you don't know them. You really don't know them yet. You're only seeing her representative of the version of herself that she wants you to see. And once that honeymoon phase wears off, that's when people's true character will start to show. Like marriage is serious. It's legally, emotionally binding. If you're not taking the time to really understand who you're dealing with, you're setting yourself up to be blinded later on in life. Like some people, they can fake it for months, even a year, but real character, that shows up in the little things, like how she handles stress, money, disagreements, or when things aren't going away. You will only start seeing the truth like once the mask starts slipping, and by then you're already locked in. It could be too late. But the thing is, you got to realize though, is the woman you choose to date will be one of the most important decisions that you make in your life, if you're planning to take them serious, that is. So like I said in the last time, if you're a man in the early stages of dating or just starting a relationship, and you just focus on building, whether that's your finances, your mindset, or your future, you need to let them know from the jump. Honestly, you've got to be clear about your goals. Just say like, listen, let her know, look, I'm not in a stage of life right now where I'm trying to be out every single weekend, spending money non-stop. Like, let her know you try to build something and that you got a plan. And once you put that on the table, you give her the power to decide if that aligns with her. Because you'll be surprised, honestly, you'll be surprised. Some women are on the same energy. Like, they actually respect the grind. They'll understand the vision. They'll want to be part of it. But then you've got others who say, like, they like to be outside all the time, or they need a man who's going to keep them active or wants to spend. Like, that's cool, but that doesn't align with what you're doing. So don't be blind to that. Now, what you don't want to do is you don't want to fall into the trap of compromising your vision just to keep someone entertained. Because later on, that short-term peace will just turn into long-term regret. Now, on the other hand, if you're already in a relationship, right, and you come to that point where you're like, all right, I need to lock in for the next few months, maybe even a year, to level up. You've got to be honest with your girl. You've got to be honest with your lady. Like, you've got to sit her down and tell her, this is what you need. This is what I need to do. I'm not going ghost. I'm not falling off. Or if you are going ghost and you are noticing a little bit of a fall off, same way, let her know you need to lock in, and I need you to be with me on this. If she gets it, bonus, you got a real one. But if she starts kicking up a fuss, arguing, throwing shade, acting distant, or being disrespectful, I'm just gonna be real with you, bro. Her actions are telling you everything that you need to know. You might think she's the one for you, but her reaction is revealing otherwise. Because this is just the start of your shift. If she's not supportive now, when things are just getting started, just imagine what it's going to be like when the pressure really hits later on. Like, and you got to understand, this isn't about control. This isn't about trying to test anyone. It's about alignment. Okay, so what I talk about when people need to align with your goals. You're on a mission to build right now, okay? And you want a partner who's going to build with you. It's as simple as that. Not someone who's holding you back, pressuring to keep up appearances, and distracting you from your purpose. If she's not on the same wavelength as you, bro, you got to let her go. Not because you don't care, but because you care about your future more. Because end of the day, right, where you're going, not everyone is meant to come with you. And don't get it twisted, right? I want to let people know this. There's nothing wrong with spending on your woman, spoiling her, or wanting to provide. But only if you're in the position to do that. That's because it's a beautiful thing. A real man does take pride in looking after his woman. But what's important is this. If you fall for a season, if life hits you and you're no longer in that position, maybe even you lose your job, go for a little rough patch, and you feel like you can't talk to your partner about it because you know she'll switch up on you. That's not love, bro. That's conditional interest based on what you can do right now, not who you are. Like, that woman, the right woman, will ride with you through highs and the lows. Like, she won't disappear when the money's not flowing. She won't look down on you when you're rebuilding. Instead, she'll stand beside you, man. She'll encourage you, and she'll help you get back on your feet. That's what you call a partnership. Like that. Listen, that love is rare, but it exists. Like, I know about that. I know about that love. So listen, to my guys out there, man, if you're with somebody who only values the version of you that's winning, you need to let her go. Because, as they say, if she can't love you at your lowest, she doesn't deserve you at your best. Okay? You need to protect your peace, man. You need to stop chasing approval from people who don't see your worth unless you're performing. But, like I say, to the women who do show up, the women who do hold it down, who do see past what a man has and look at it, we see you, man. You're the ones helping like build empires from the ground up. Like, I've got myself one of them. Like I said, there still is good women out there, but I do feel for a lot of guys out there, because do you ever notice how, and I'm going back on this now, do you ever notice it's the loudest people on social media? Usually the single ones setting unrealistic standards. You better have money, a house, a car, bringing in 6 figures, be 6'3", this, that. But yet, right, those same people, they struggle to keep a relationship going. But why though? Why do you think? Because it's not the standards that's the issue. It's their mindset, okay? If you really want to know what it takes to build something solid, stop listening to the noise online. You could, like I said, go talk to the women who are in healthy, lasting relationships. The ones who've been married 5, 10, 15, 20 plus years and are generally happy. And I don't just mean the woman smiling for the Instagram. I mean relationships where both the man and the woman are fulfilled. Ask them what it takes to make it work. And you'll find that they're saying the exact opposite to what the women on social media are saying. They're screaming all this stuff. They'll tell you straight it's about patience, understanding, support, and being there for each other when life's hard. Because at the end of the day, the woman that you choose, she'll either elevate you or drain you. She'll either be an asset or a liability. She'll either add peace or bring chaos. And understanding that difference, that can literally make or break you, right? So the truth is, she's either building with you or breaking you slowly. And like I said, I've said before, a woman isn't your whole life, right? But the one you choose can shape up your entire future. So you make sure that your woman is an asset and not a liability. And, you know, that's it from me today, guys. We're back soon. We out.